Today's show is a tribute to the life of Ed Asner, who just passed away a few days ago at 91, and we're just 1 week from the 20-year anniversary of the 9/11 events. And Ed Asner dedicated some of his time and energy to give his voice to 9/11 issues, and you'll hear that in the tribute to his life today. Let's continue on with the life of Ed Asner. The first clip that I'm going to play right now is from a symposium from 2007 called Family Members, First Responders, and Experts Speak Out.
Introduce this man. He's one of the first celebrities to come out and question 9/11, and that takes courage. And you may also remember him from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, from the Lou Grant Show. And it's my great pleasure and a real honor to present the 7-time Emmy Award winner and longtime activist, Ed Asner.
Ed Asner for president.
Don't be a fool. And you're not. It's a nice joke. Who would want to be president? Who would? It's like one of the trials of Hercules, cleaning up the White House and the country, cleaning up the Augean stables was one of Hercules' tasks. And I think cleaning up the White House and cleaning up the government after the departure of these bums would be even more difficult. Even Hercules couldn't achieve it. So it's amazing to me that anybody would want to become president to take on that task. I suppose a lot of people have more vaunted impressions of what they can achieve than they really can. And of course, we have to stick somebody in there. So maybe Ed Asner would be good. It would be like buying a little time until people collected their wits. I'm not wearing black in honor of this occasion. I was approached on the phone in LA by Damon to drop by, and I have no speech prepared, thank God, for your sakes. But I did want to come by to say hello, to trade a few words with you. I'm doing a one-man show at the Hartford stage at 5 o'clock. So this is my wardrobe. That's a Holocaust survivor. He's entitled to wear black. This should be a panoply of bright colors, because these are the bright lights. You are the bright lights of our country. I've never met a dumb one of you yet. And I am honored to be in your presence, because I have a feeling that each and every one of you knows more and is better grounded in 9/11 than I am. I'm merely a name, a catalyst. I open my mouth and people rush to sometimes catch evidence of the gas escaping from it. So I attract attention. But you are the backbones, the spines, the thing that makes this a very viable, worthwhile cause. When I've chosen to talk to people, I run into educators, I run into intelligentsia, I run into well-placed middle-class people, and I attempt to speak of 9/11. And I can see this. And they've really liked me up until that point. But once I start to talk about 9/11, they withdraw. And even if this turns out to be full of hot air, which it is not and won't be, and we may never know, as we know the way the intricacies of this democracy works, the so-called democracy, we may never be able to nail them or nail anybody, which is one of my key points in pressing for this, that 9/11 took place with all the phenomenal tragedy that occurred that day, and that this greatest power on earth that ever existed did not negate any of the attempts of terrorism, so-called terrorism, that all of the vaunted defense systems of this greatest power that ever existed could not prevent one act. And since that infamous day, not one person has ever been punished for laxness, for inefficiency, for anything. I mean, they get busy throwing brickbats at this president or that president, but that's it. And I think that's shocking and shameful. It scares the hell out of me that the people we are trying to convince, the American people, sometimes referred to as the American sheeple, can so blithely go on with their lives and not challenge Big Brother.